Hi, this is Dave Spector with Chicago Blues Boot Camp, Chicago Blues Network. Welcome to this streaming guitar lesson. Happy to have you with me. I hope you have your guitars out. If not, I believe this is going to live on YouTube, so you can check it out and study it at a later date. We're going to focus on one of the 16 songs in the repertoire that we teach. And if you're interested in finding out more about online lessons that you can take anytime, check us out at athomechicagoblues.com. One of the tunes that is in the repertoire that's a classic of Chicago blues is Otis Rush's All Your Love, I Miss Lovin', recorded back in 1958 on the legendary Cobra label in Chicago on Roosevelt Road. And Otis is one of my guitar heroes, one of the most influential Chicago blues guitar players ever. And All Your Love, I Miss Lovin' is his most famous tune. It's a minor blues. He originally recorded it in F-sharp minor. But when he started performing it live in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, he moved it up to G minor. So we're going to learn it in G minor. We're also going to talk about some basic minor blues concepts on the guitar that you can apply to a number of tunes, both slow and fast. One interesting thing about All Your Love, I Miss Lovin', it does start in a minor key, but there's a tempo transition where it goes from kind of an Afro-Cuban Latin feel to a shuffle feel, and when it goes to the shuffle feel, it changes from a minor key to a major key. So it's kind of cool, unusual, and we'll talk about that as we delve into the song. So one of the first things I wanted to talk about is playing minor chords, moving them up the neck, and I'm sure most of you play bar chords, full bar chords, which is fine, but I would like to encourage you to try to use a more compact form of this G minor bar chord. And what I'd like you to do is take your ring finger and put it on the root. That's the G on the 5th fret D string. And then we're just going to bar the high 3 strings with our index finger. So there you have a nice compact G minor chord. You have the root, you have the minor 3rd, you have the 5th, and you have the root again. So I really like that nice compact form to use in my minor blues. We're going to move it up to a C minor now, 8th, 9th, and 10th fret. There's your C root. There's your, back to your G minor. And then we're going to move it up to the 10th, 11th, and 12th fret. For your 5 chord, your D minor, down to C minor, and there's your G minor. These a really nice slide you can do that you'll hear in people like Magic Sam's playing a lot, is to take this, lift up your ring finger, and I'm just sliding my index finger up a full step. So I'm picking it at the 3rd fret and then sliding it back down. Okay, so let's focus on the Otis Rush song a bit. And it's got a cool bass line that the guitar often doubles. And it sounds like this. So I kind of played some of the similar lead riffs from the intro that Otis played and incorporated that bass line in time with the rhythm of the song. So let's just slow down that bass line. So I'm starting at the first fret with my index finger, first fret low E, third fret with my ring finger. My first finger drops down to the first fret A string. And then I go back to that third fret E string. So in time, it would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So when I went to the 4 chord, to the C, I just dropped everything down a string. Then back to the G. So that's for the C. There's my C root on the 3rd fret A string. And excuse that earlier count. That was terrible. There's my, my bass line over the 5 chord. Or the compact chord. So I'm just using a basic D minor chord, barring the 5th fret, and then I'm just actually using a D minor 7th. C minor 7th. So a nice thing to try to do is incorporate the chords and the bass line at the same time. That's a nice move there, just walking down chromatically. Just D minor 7th, C sharp minor 7th, C minor. Okay, so work on that bass line over the 4. And work on that compact G minor. There's your C minor. You don't have to do a full bar. Your root is on the A string, so there's no need to bar that E string. If you want to make it a full minor chord, that's fine too. Now, if you were playing the G minor chord up here with the open, I'm calling this the open A minor position, where you're playing a bar, and then your next 3 fingers are playing an A minor open shape. If you take the top 3 notes from this chord, this is really important for the most famous riff in All Your Love. The top 3 notes, highest 3 notes in this chord are this is a minor triad, okay? You have the root, you have the 5th, and you have the minor 3rd. So this chord, this minor triad, G minor triad, is what Otis plays in an arpeggio. That's a riff that people sometimes struggle to learn but don't realize how simple it actually is. Now, one of the keys to the blues is the feel, and you get one of the ways to enhance your feel is to develop vibrato, and Otis Rush was one of the kings of vibrato. So playing this minor triad and arpeggiating it, I'm going to play it real slow. one more time. Now I'm going to play it with vibrato and listen to the difference. Again. You hear that? It sings and it adds tension. And that's really the key to playing blues guitar, you know, having the feel, making the notes sing, and expressing your feeling in the notes rather than just playing a basic 5-note pentatonic blues scale. Playing it like you're playing a scale. Play it like you're playing the blues. Play it with feeling. So the simplicity of the blues is beautiful, and that's one of the things that gives it its power. You listen to somebody like John Lee Hooker, for example, who played extremely basic guitar, but he played with so much feeling. He played simple chords and simple lines often, but they just had so much power because of the feeling. So that's really what you need to keep in mind if you're trying to learn and play this kind of music. So again, that minor arpeggio also sounds great as a chord with vibrato, and it would sound like this. And you might have heard the song Black Magic Woman, written by the late great Peter Green, who just passed away, who was the founder of Fleetwood Mac. And he starts that song with that minor arpeggio. And of course, Carlos Santana most famously covered it. Eric Clapton also was a huge fan of Otis Rush and covered the tune on the first John Mayall Blues Breakers record, great version. Back to the song, let me just check my time. Using that arpeggio for the 4 chord, and you can also use it for the 5 chord. I think we're running out of time here. If somebody could let me know, I'd appreciate that. We have some major key moves. When the song moves to a shuffle, Otis plays a riff like this. And it's kind of just got that basic medium shuffle boogie woogie bass line. And we're going to talk about more intricate chords we can use on that major key section in my lesson online. Check it out at athomechicagoblues.com. Let me just show you this one chord. It's that compact G major chord now. We're adding the major 3rd, and we're adding the 6th. My pinky's going to the 5th fret B string. Very important chord in blues shuffles and major blues is the 6th chord. And I'm sure many of you know this movable 9th chord form, which complements the 6th chord very nicely. I'd use my 6th chord for my 1 chord, my 9th chord for my 4 chord, my 9th chord for my 5 chord, and then it goes back to the minor groove, back to the and so on and so forth. Hope you enjoyed that lesson. And right now, welcome to another edition of Trading Fours, presented by the Chicago Blues Network, Chicago Blues Boot Camp. We have a great show for you tonight, featuring the great Mr. Jimmy Burns. But right now, it's a pleasure to introduce a wonderful duo, Miss Ann Harris and Mr. Dave Herrero. Hey, take it away.
What's happening out there, everybody? Hope y'all are doing well. My name is Dave Herrero. This is the lovely Miss Ann Harris. It's a pleasure to be here to play some music for you.
It's to play for whoever's listening. Thank you, Dave Spector, for starting out with such a beautiful lesson.
This first tune we're going to do is by the late, great Sam Myers. I don't care about the weather being cold. The way she loved me, yes, it warms up my soul. I said my love is here to stay. My love is here to stay. Oh, let me love you, babe. Every kind of way. 1 and 1 is 2, yeah. You double, that's gonna be 4. The way she loved me, yes, you would never know. I said my love is here to stay. My love is here to stay, yeah. Oh, let me love you, babe, yeah. Every kind of way. One and 1 is 2, yeah, you double, that's gonna be 4. The way she loved me, yeah, you would never, never know. I said my love is here to stay. My love is here to stay, yeah. Oh, let me love you, babe. Every kind of way, yeah, yeah. And I don't care about the weather being cold. The way she loved me, yes, it warms up my soul. I said my love is here to stay. My love is here to stay, yeah. Oh, let me love you, babe. I need to love you, babe, yeah. I want to love you, babe. Every kind of way, every kind of way, every kind of way. Every kind of way, yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much. So I'm going to pull out a bunch of pretty obscure cover songs that I've always loved. They're pretty much straight ahead in the blues vein. Love to write songs, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, but they come out all different kinds of ways. Yeah, just like children. And this song right here is by the late, great Mr. William Clark. It's a little bit of a different arrangement that I did on one of his tunes called Educated Fool. Make up your mind, sitting there upon that fence, yeah, yeah. Make up your mind, sitting there upon that fence, yeah. Like an educated fool, yeah, yeah. My woman don't got no sense, got no sense. Money's all gone, all gone, and she can't afford the cost, no. Money's all gone, money's all gone, and she can't afford the cost. Make up your mind, baby girl, yeah. Hesitating too damn long, too damn long. Yeah, she been to college, Lord knows she been to school, yeah. Been to college, Lord knows she been to school. Diploma's in her hand, yes it is. My sweet, loving, educated fool. Make up your mind, sitting there upon that fence, yeah. Make up your mind, up your mind, up your mind, yeah. You're sitting there upon that fence, like an educated fool, yeah, yeah. My woman don't have no sense, no. Talk to me, girl. Money's all gone, money's all gone. She can't afford the costs. Yeah, money's all gone. She can't afford the costs. Make up your mind, baby girl, 'cause you're hesitating too damn long. Yeah, she been to college, Lord knows she been, yes she been, yes she been to school. Yeah, she been to college, been to college. Lord knows she been to school. Yeah, yeah. Diploma's in her hand, yes it is. My sweet, loving, educated fool. Educated fool. Educated fool. Educated fool. Educated fool. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We thank you all. Thank you.
Welcome to Trading Fours, episode 10. I'm your host, Dave Spector from the Chicago Blues Network. Thanks, Ann. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
It's cool. You got to do what you got to do. I'll be talking to you and asking you some questions in a minute. Just wanted to make some announcements first. These shows are produced to promote the Chicago Blues Network's at-home Chicago Blues online lessons and training program. I'm on the faculty here at the Chicago Blues Network, and the lesson you just saw before the show, for those of you who saw it, is one of more than 25 lessons currently available online. And we have a monthly subscription package of $23.95. And you can get access to those lessons with Chicago Blues masters from Johnny Bergen to Joanna Connor, Harlan Turson, Billy Flynn, Brother John Katke, and myself. And, you know, we love to share what we do. Speaking for myself, I've been doing this for 35 years, and one of my favorite things to do is to share what I've learned. And I was lucky enough to grow up in Chicago and study and play with a number of real blues legends. That phrase gets thrown around a lot, but I was fortunate to play with guys like, you know, Jimmy Rogers and Snooky Pryor and Son Seals and a long list of others. I learned from them, and we want to share what we learned with you. We have some sponsors we'd like to thank: the Music Gallery in Highland Park, Illinois, Living Blues Magazine, the Bradenton Blues Festival, which happens on December 5th, 2020. We'd like to thank two podcasts, including one that I host, Blues from the Inside Out, which is available on our YouTube channel, as well as iTunes and Spotify, and a brand new podcast that just launched, the No Border Blues podcast, featuring Johnny Bergen and his wife Stephanie Tice, and that's also available on our YouTube channel. Hey, Ann. Hey. It's good to see you.
It's always so good to see you, and it's always so good to hear you, too.
Oh.
You've got some great new music out that you've been shy about promoting, so I'll do it for you. You got a beautiful single by the fabulous, legendary local Mr. Billy Branch, and I wish I could interview you and ask you about that song, because it's...
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you, Ann. But we're here to talk about you and Dave.
Fine.
And, you guys,
Enough
thank
about
you.
us, Dave. Let's talk about Dave.
Yeah.
I know, I'm just saying it's a beautiful song. I just want people to listen to it.
Thank you.
It's current.
Right
anyway.
on. So you two have been a duo now for a couple of years, I believe.
Longer than that.
Longer than that.
Yeah, and we just kind of, well, I stalked you.
No.
I did.
I stalked you. No, we met at a Grammy Foundation thing with Don Was, wasn't it?
I think that was probably it, but I think I had followed you a bit before because you're such an incredible player, and you've played with so many legendary people, and I'm like thinking proximity, maybe I can learn something from you, and we kind of struck up a friendship and a musical alliance.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, it's a great combo.
Thank you.
And
Thank
Ann,
you.
your most recent record, which is a solo fiddle record,
Yes.
called Roots.
Called Roots, yeah.
Tell
Thank you.
our viewers and listeners about that.
I am heavily influenced by the foundational role that this instrument had in early blues music before it got kind of squeezed out by louder instruments, guitars, and such. And so my playing is really influenced by those early influences. So gospel music and roots music and early blues music is played by many people. So I have songs on that record that are absolutely songs that I've just learned to play on other people's tunes, and I've written some tunes in the vein of those older style, old-timey kind of songs.
That's great, and people can get it on your website.
They sure can.
AnnHarris.com.
Thank you, yes, and it's out on all digital formats. So.
Ann with an E, by the way.
Thank you.
And you've been doing some really cool stuff. I know you have a cool musical partnership with Kathy Richardson, who is the lead singer in the Jefferson Starship, and you also do some gigs with the Starship.
I do. When I'm lucky enough that the stars align, I'm on that ship. And it's a beautiful one to be on. They have a great new record out, and Kathy and I have been doing I've been in her band for quite a while, as well as we do an acoustic duo thing, which is just a force. It's really fun. She's a wonderful musician.
Yeah, and you have a gig coming up, I believe.
We have a gig coming up at City Winery, and it's going to be Friday and Saturday, the 24th and 25th. I hope I have those dates right. Maybe it's the 25th and 26th, but it's in a week.
All right.
You'll be there.
I'll be there.
Dave Herrero.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
man, what's happening?
Doing good, man. Thank you for having us.
You have been helping musicians in a unique way that many people who are fans of your music might not know about, but sure. you run a licensing company, I believe?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, so I got lucky, about 15 years ago. I started making music for Oprah's TV show. Mm-hmm. And then we were the guys that always delivered with 24 hours turnaround, like if they needed something.
Is that why you're driving the Bentley?
Yeah. Easy Tiger. It was cheap on Craigslist. But so we just started making music for the Oprah show, and that turned into Dr. Oz, turned into a bunch of different TV shows, and about 3 years ago, the music director for Oprah and myself put this new music licensing library together, where we're Chicago-centric, which is, there's not a lot of licensing companies out of Chicago. We're artist-friendly in our agreement, which is super important for me to be able to reach out to my homies and say, hey, you want to do this? And we're community-oriented as well. So we do a lot of reach-out to community and underserved neighborhoods and teach people about licensing and publishing and royalties and that laying on the beach money that can come in when you get a good, good placements.
We got to talk.
Yeah, let's talk. Talk to me, man.
Hey, I wanted to ask you about your years down in Austin, which I believe you're down there for 7 years, and I know Gary Clark's one of your buddies.
Yep.
And how often do you go down there? And
it's been about a year and a half, 2 years. The Austin I left is not the Austin that is now. And it's a little, for me, I mean, you have to embrace change. And actually, I saw the change coming and I left. So I came to Chicago because I was like, if I'm going to be in a city, I'm going to be in a city. Right. And Austin was just getting inundated with people. I think when I left, it was about 600,000 people still, which, if you can imagine, the best music in the world, in the United States, without any question, in a town of 600,000 people. And then I just saw this influx of people starting to come in, and I was like, you know what, I had some roots in Chicago. My brother lived here. He was making hip-hop, and started making music with him. And that music ended up being our first stuff we got into the Oprah show, is the stuff I made with him, because it was like non-threatening hip-hop, upright bass, organ, big box guitar stuff. So I just made the move up here, and it's been great ever since,
We're glad you're here.
I'm glad to be here.
And please play some more music for us.
Yes, sir. You got it. Thank you so much. Speaking of Austin, I'm going to do a song by my good buddy Seth Walker here. Seth Rowe, I hope you're doing well out there, buddy. This is called I'm Gonna Change My Way of Living. I'm telling you, I'm going to change. I promise, girl. I'm gonna change my way of living. I'm gonna change, my way of living, till I don't have to change no more. need to change, yeah, my way of loving. I need to change, yeah, my way of loving, till I don't have to change no more. Well, I can't play the horses, I don't rob and I don't steal, no. And singing my song for you and you and you, barely gonna pay my bills. I need to change my way of living. I need to change, yeah, my way of living, till I don't have to change no more. I don't play the horses, I don't rob and I don't steal, no. Singing my song for you and you, barely gonna pay my bills. I need to change my way of loving. I need to change, yeah, my way of loving, till I don't have to change no more. Till I don't have to change no more. Till I don't have to change no more. Thank you so much, y'all. Thank you. So I'm gonna do a rendition of an old Muddy Waters song. I like to take old songs and rearrange them a little bit, and you'll know what this is when you hear it. Well, I wish I was a catfish, yes, swimming low, swimming long, in the deep blue sea. Have all you pretty looking women, all you pretty looking women, yeah, be fishing, yes, after me, yeah. Yeah. Well, I went, yes, I went to my angel's house. Sat down low on her front steps. Said, come on in now, baby. Come on in now, baby boy. You know my man, he just now left, yeah. Just now left. Two trains run, neither one seem to be going my way. One leave just before midnight, one leave just before midnight. The other leave just before day, yeah. Well, I wish, yes, I wish I was a catfish, yeah. Swimming low in the deep blue sea. have all you pretty little women. All you pretty looking women, yeah, be fishing, yes, after me, yeah, fishing after me, yeah, fishing after me. Better leave, better leave, better leave my little girl alone. You better leave, yeah. You better leave my little girl alone. No, I can get so evil, yeah. Whole world knows I'll do something bad wrong. Call my house, yeah. Hours of the night. You know, I know, ain't no way you treat me right. You better leave, better leave. Better leave my little girl, leave my sweet loving little girl alone. No, I can get so evil, yeah. Whole world know I do something bad wrong. What am I saying? Call my house, yeah, later than yesterday. I picked up the extension on the phone and I heard every word you said. You better leave. You better leave my little girl alone. No, I can get so evil, yeah, yeah. Whole world knows I do something bad, wrong, wrong, wrong. Better leave, better leave, better leave, better leave, better leave, better leave, my, woo, better leave. Better leave, yeah. Better leave my sweet loving girl alone. No, I can get so evil, yeah. so evil, yeah. No, I can get so evil, yeah. The whole world knows I do something bad, bad, wrong, wrong. Bad, bad, wrong. Whole world knows I do something bad, wrong. Whole world knows I do something bad, wrong, 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 wrong. Ooh. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So good to at least be playing to a crew, man. When it's my living room, it is grim. You get done with the song, you're like, thank you, computer. So we got one more song. Okay. Well, I'm going to leave this with one that I wrote. Well, I'll say I co-wrote. This is called So I Can Die Easy. And like Jimmy Burns, my good friend Jimmy Burns always taught me, there's nothing new in the world. Everything is an extension of something else. So for this particular song, I took that one little line, So I Can Die Easy. After my father passed away, I wrote this tune out for him. Goes a little something like this. Won't you meet me down by that riverside tonight? 'Cause I want you, yeah, to spread your wings, make everything alright. So I can die easy, so I can die easy, so I can die easy, yeah. So I can die easy. Lead me, baby, won't you lead me out into, yeah, the middle of the air, Down on me, set my spirit free. Take me by my hand, yeah. So I can die here, so I can die here, so I can die easy. Take me, darling, won't you take me? Take me up to the edge, Show me all I had to see when I take that last breath. So I can die here, so I can die easy. 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 Miss Ann Harris, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dave Herrero. It's been a pleasure playing for you out there.
Thank you,
so
Dave
much.
Spector, so much for having us.
Thank you, Dave Spector, and everybody here. Thanks, Dave.
All right, Ann and Dave, wow, that was very cool. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thank you.
Before we bring up Jimmy Burns, a few more announcements. We have some social media shout-outs, including BBC, Channel 6, Blind Dog Radio, Blues Skidsmo in Norway, Blues Flock in Spain, DJ Cassie J. Fox. We'd like to thank on Twitter, Chicago Blues History, a great Twitter feed to follow. We'd like to thank the Chicago Defender, the Chicago Sun-Times, the Chicago Tribune, who've been giving us some great coverage here. The Kalamazoo Valley Blues Association, the Beechwood Report, Highway 309. Thank you all very much. Thank you, Michael Reynosa. Get wired to the Rattle Beats at Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues for the hottest blues on the grid. And thanks to the mothership, the Blues Foundation down in Memphis. And back to Chicago, special thanks to WXRT Radio, WCPT Radio, and Andrea Darlis. Back on September 9th, Delmark Records released a new single that I wrote and recorded with Billy Branch. It's called The Ballad of George Floyd. And Billy Branch happens to also be a faculty member here at the Chicago Blues Network. The song was premiered worldwide right here as part of the Blue Stream Virtual Blues Festival on August 30th. You can watch it on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. And we talk about the amazing work that the Firehouse Community Arts Center in North Lawndale, Chicago is doing. And they really are doing their best to try to interrupt the cycle of violence that is unfortunately far too common here in the city of Chicago. We'd like to introduce right now to tell us more about the Chicago Firehouse's mission, founder and CEO, my friend Pastor Phil Jackson, and Derek White. Welcome, Derek. Pastor Phil serves as the co-host for these shows, and if you'd like to make a difference in your community, the chance to participate and have social impact while experiencing 90 minutes of joy right here is a great way to help. Show us some love in that tip jar, and please welcome Pastor Phil.
Thanks, Dave. And I want to thank everybody at Chicago Blues Camp who's been following us and following this whole journey, you know, with COVID being a reality, but music always bringing that joy and that encouragement. Chicago Blues Camp has found a way to continue to bring them both and partner with us and our work at the Firehouse Community Arts Center. You know, I've served young people and loved on young people from all walks of life, and especially those who've been, you know, just harder or challenging to reach at the Firehouse. And our work is to interrupt the cycle of violence in the life of youth and young adults in North Lawndale through the power of the arts and faith. And we do that on a journey. We commit our lives to a journey with young people. We don't just meet them at one time. We don't see them as a number or a figure or just some project. You are the king that we believe you can be, and walk into that. And so our work is, it takes a lot of courage, takes a lot of tenacity, it takes a lot of faith and patience, because the young men that we serve who are labeled disadvantaged or labeled shooters or have backgrounds in violence are not defined by their background, not defined by the mistakes or decisions they made. You know, it's not how you start oftentimes, it's how you finish. And our work is to guide young men to be strong kings, to finish strong, no matter what has happened in their life. And a great gift that we have is Derek White, who has been with us for, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. I don't know, it's been a long time. And is our Navigator Director, Outreach Director, and he's been pouring into the lives of young men. So Derek's going to share how he does that and the impact that his world makes as a Navigator Director.
Thank you all. Thank you all for having me. Just briefly, what I do is, first, I never judge a young man. I meet him exactly where he's at. Never judge him or anything like that. So what I do is, first, I go through a thing called CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy. And what it does is, first I tell you, you can't change your past or your past experience. No one can. I just need to help you cope with it and deal with it and move forward. Use them as lessons to move forward to become a better man and better young individual. So that's the first thing we do, because if you can't deal with the past experience every time they arise, because the past will come back up, if you can't deal with them, then you can't move forward. So that's the first thing I try to help instill in young men. And then secondly, I go through a phase of motivational interviewing. And basically what that does is it helps you tell me the plan you always had in your head. So I sit down with young men, and they write out the plan. I ask them questions. They write out the plan in regards to their paths, their goals, things that they saw that's been buried for probably some time, maybe years when I meet them, maybe 5 to 6 years or more. So I help bring that out. All I do is help them execute it. I never give them the plan. I never come up with a plan for them. I help them bring it out of themselves, and I just help you execute it, turning that little lost dream into reality. And just lastly, I want to just leave with just a small story that just really summed up of even what Pastor Phil was saying, is just how these young men are king. They are labeled disadvantaged, which they are not, because we sometimes don't know the full story of everything that's transpired or what's taking place. So I just want to tell you about one individual. Great kid, honor roll student in high school, played baseball, had the opportunity to go to college to play baseball. Lost a parent, lost a sibling due to cancer right before he was going to leave off to school. So instead of leaving the school, he stayed home trying to help the other parent, didn't have any skills, didn't have any work experience, got caught up with the streets, had a background, and became a part of our program. Now, the funny thing in regards to that story, and that's the same story that I have. But instead of staying, my other parent pushed me to go to college. And now I'm the director in regards to the Navigator, helping him mentor, and he's the participant, but that's the one decision that changed our lives, from him being me and me being him. So it's just those little things. It's just that small thing of the whole totality of the story that sometimes is just not painted, and how it get lost and things like that. So I just even want to thank Pastor Phil, because he was the first person that's been doing it for so long that I looked up to, and like, wow, I'll do that too if I'm able to or capable of. And he set the foundation, and I'm just walking in those steps.
The work of you supporting us through Chicago Blues Camp and the tip jars, you're supporting the artists as well, helping us to reach more young men, as Derek is talking about. There's so many young men who are just stuck in a sense of hopelessness, and we believe that hopelessness and resiliency coexist. And we're there to pull that out so these young men can live. And we have workforce development, a bunch of things we do, high school diploma program that we do, and your support help us to reach more young men right there in North Lawn at the Firehouse. So thank you, and keep supporting us, and keep finding ways to keep us stronger with the young men that we work with. And now, coming to Chicago at the age of 12 from the Hilliard Cotton Plantation of Dublin, Mississippi, please welcome Chicago Blues and Delmark Records artist Jimmy Burns. Thank you.
Hey, 65 years ago today. Good evening, everybody. Just like to say hello, and hope to have a good time. I hope you enjoy the show. Here we go. Well, I'm ready, ready as anybody can be. Well, I'm ready, ready as anybody can be. Well, I'm ready for you, hope you're ready for me. I got an axe and a pistol on a graveyard frame. We shoot tombstone bullets when ball and chain. TNT and smoking dynamite. Hope some screwball start a fight because I'm ready, ready as anybody can be. I'm ready for you. Hope you're ready for me. Oh, you pretty young chicks, you curly hair. Look at me, you say, I ain't nowhere. Stop what you're doing. Come on over here. Prove to your baby that I ain't no square. 'Cause I'm ready, ready as anybody can be. I'm ready for you. Hope you're ready for me. I've been drinking gin like never before. Feels so good. Want you to know. One more drink. Wish you would. A whole lot of love ain't gonna make me feel good. 'Cause I'm ready, ready as anybody can be. Well, I'm ready for you. Hope you're ready for me. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to do a tune now that's a lot of names. Rock Me Baby, Rock Me Mama. Going back, oh my God, way back. But I'm doing Little Son Jackson version of Rock Me. Rock me, mama, rock me all night long. Rock me, mama, rock poor Jimmy all night long. Want you to rock me like my back ain't got no bone. See me coming, get your rocking chair. See me coming, run on and get your rocking chair. Want you to rock me on away from here. Sun going down, moon begin to rise. The sun's going down, the moon begin to rise. Want you to rock me till you make me feel satisfied. See me coming, get your rocket chair. See me coming, run on and get your rocking chair. Want you to rock me on away from here. If that's your big leg woman, man, you better keep her by your side. That's your pretty big leg woman. Man, you better keep her by your side. She flagged my train. Lord, I got to let her ride. Gonna let her rock me, rock me, rock me, rock me, rock me, rock me all night long. Rock me, baby, rock me all night long. Gonna let her rock me, hey, like my back ain't got no bone.
Hey, Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
Sounded great, man. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So you told me that one of the things that you're working on during this terrible time we're dealing with in the pandemic, while we're all staying home, you've really been focusing on guitar, huh?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff are you working on, learning?
Yeah, I'm learning stuff I've always wanted to learn. Stuff that people think I know, but I know I don't know. And I'm really happy with it. I'm just waiting to get more comfortable with it before I play it out. But and it's strictly blues, all blues, Delta blues.
Okay.
Nothing slick, just
any particular
Muddy, Jimmy Reed, Howlin' Wolf.
Cool. So when we get back to playing live and we can come and hear you, we're going to hear some new stuff, I hope?
Well, it's old new stuff.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted you to talk about growing up. When you moved to Chicago, you lived in Cabrini Green and in the Old Town area. And I wanted to ask you about the Old Town scene on Wells Street, which was such a hotbed for music in the 60s. And I know you've told me about some of the clubs you used to go to and some of the people you used to see.
I came to Chicago 65 years ago. And Old Town didn't go commercial until about 61 or 62. But it was within walking distance, and I was a part of that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you remember any of the clubs, the famous clubs that used to hang at, go see people at?
Yeah. One club in particular. In 1964, there was a club called the Outhouse right there on Wells. I know y'all say Girthy or whatever, but I say Gothy.
Gothy, yeah.
Yeah.
I know exactly that intersection.
I went to school on that street, me and Sammy Fender. I remember we walked into this club, and I just happened to be hanging out with Chuck Berry that night. But I used to hang in Old Town because I lived up that way. And the guys, Chuck said, man, I want to jam. And I said, hey, man, here's Chuck Berry. Man, that ain't Chuck Berry. What?
Wow.
Chuck said, come on, man, let's go. But anyways, that was a place called Outhouse, but another place was the Crystal Pistol. They had a bunch of them. And
yeah.
I also played the Gold Coast, the Fickle Pickle.
The Fickle Pickle, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Plug Nickel on Wells Street?
I remember that quite well. That was the jazz club.
Yeah, Miles Davis has a famous
Jimmy
record.
Smith?
Yep, cool. Yeah. Cool. And you had a friendship with Curtis Mayfield due to your sister, I believe.
Well, I used to hang out. I used to hang around his house because he lived at in Cabrini and walked down in the row houses. He lived at 966 North Hudson, and I went to school with his younger sister Carolyn. And as a matter of fact, she used to be my little girlfriend in high school at Wells High School, 936 North Ashland.
Right.
And but I remember a lot about Curtis. Right when Jerry first left the group, and then when they finally regrouped and came back out with Gypsy Woman. That before they went trio. That's when Fred rejoined the group. I don't know if you know who I'm talking about.
The Impressions, yeah.
Huh?
The Impressions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when Jerry was in there, he wasn't in the group, but he was an original member.
Oh, okay.
Fred Cash was. When I met him, it was Sam, Richard, and Arthur, the two brothers, and Curtis. And then later, Fred rejoined the group.
Cool. Well, I know you got a lot of soul in your blues, soul influences, and of course, soul from within. But you know, you're one of the guys that I think can play. You know, you're as at home with R&B and soul as you are with the blues, and I really appreciate that.
You know, the oddest thing about that night was that the first time I remember seeing Stevie Wonder one time, Sam Cooke. This was in '64 because he got killed later that year. This was like the fall of the year at Comiskey Park. And matter of fact, I'm gonna do some Sam.
All right.
I grew up on Sam, gospel and R&B. But right now, I'm gonna do some Elmo James.
All right. Thank you, Jimmy.
Sunny land blow. Seemed like I heard that lonesome sunny land blow. Looking for my baby. She won't be back no more. Feel so bad this morning. Feel just like I want to cry. so bad this morning. Feels just like I want to cry. She left me this morning. She didn't even say goodbye. Seemed like I heard that lonesome sunny land blow. Seemed like I heard that lonesome sunny land blow. Well, my baby left me this morning. Says she won't be back no more. This is one I've been struggling with. This is a Sam Cooke tune. Called Baby, Baby, Baby. Baby, 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 you got me crying in my sleep. Baby, 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 you got me crying in my sleep. Oh, she let the other fellas steal your love away from me. Baby, 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 I wake up calling out your name. Baby, 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 I wake up calling out your name. Girl, you're making me unhappy. Honey, you're the one to blame. I gave you time, I gave you love. Thought we went together like a hand in glove. You took my love, took my time. Now you make me think you want to take my mind. Baby, 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 why don't you stop your evil ways? Girl, you're making me unhappy. You got me crying night and day. Baby, 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 you got me crying in my sleep. Baby, 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 you got me crying in my sleep. 'Course you let the other fellas steal your love away from me. I try to go to sleep at night, but all I do is toss and turn in broad daylight. My pillows are wet from crying tears. Feel a little better when your picture's near. Baby, 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 I've got your picture in my arms. Oh, I'm giving it my kisses and my love until you come. Baby, 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 you got me crying in my sleep. Baby, baby, baby. Also he said, I'm gonna do some Ray Charles. I first heard Ray Charles when I was back in Mississippi more than 65 years ago as a little boy down in Clarksdale, Mississippi. And I met the guy, the original guy that recorded this tune back in the early 60s when he recorded it before then, but I used to hang around King Records down on Records Row, down on South Michigan Avenue. That's when you had to do a live audition. And it was doo-wop days. And I met Sonny Thompson. You might not know who he was, but he was a band leader. He was an arranger. He was Freddie King's road manager. But he had a wife called Lulu Reed, and they did Drown in My Own Tears. But I'm doing Ray Charles' version of it. It brings the tears into my eyes. Girl, you know when I began to realize I've cried so much since you've been gone. I guess I'll drown in my own tears. I sit and cry. Oh, just like a child. My pouring tears are running wild. If you don't think you'll be home soon, I'm gonna drown, oh yeah, in my own tears. I know it's true. It took your life. Some rain must fall, but I'm so blue without you. Girl, it keep raining more and more and more and more. Why can't you come on? I won't have to be so all alone. If you don't think you'll be home soon, I'm gonna drown, oh yeah, my tears. I know it's true. It took life. Some rain, I know some rain must fall, but I'm so blue here without you. Girl, it keep raining, oh, more and more and more. Why can't you? I said y'all to come on home, but I won't have to be so all alone. If you don't think, oh, you're gonna be on soon. I'm gonna drown. I'm gonna drown in my own tears. Oh, don't let me, baby, in the midnight hour. Don't let me drown. Ow! Don't let me drown, don't let me drown, don't let me drown. My own tears. Thank you. I'm gonna try something else. I like all music. To me, there's only one type of music, and that's good music. So I'm not a genre freak, but I love the blues. I love the blues. But this song here is. This is a Bob Dylan tune, and it's real deep. Bob wrote this at the time in the 60s at the height of the civil rights movement, and I can relate to it, stuff my father told me back before I was like probably 7 years old in Mississippi, and it's deep. It was hard for me to do this to him without crying because what he's saying, like, how many times can a man turn his head and pretend he doesn't see? And I think about how many times my father, my grandfather, and everybody else, African Americans, turned their heads and didn't see, especially about some of the stuff he told me. And that always come in my mind, and I guess it'll always be that. But this is called Blowing in the Wind. How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? How many seas must a white dove sail before she fits sleep in the sand? How many times must a cannonball fly before it's forever banned? Answer, my friend, is blow in the wind. Answer, blow in the wind. How many years must a mountain exist before it's washed to the sea? How many years must some people exist before they're allowed to be free? How many times must a man turn his head, pretending he doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. Answer is blowing in the wind. Answers blowing in the wind. Okay, all right. Okay, you want to say hello to my good friend David? We played all over the world together. Here we go. Miss Annie Lou, please, ma'am, can I talk to you? Miss Annie Lou, please, ma'am, just a word or two. Want you to tell me what are you gonna do? You know I walk by your house 3 or 4 times a day. You know I walk, baby, 3 or 4 times a day. I know you see me walking, oh, but you won't even look my way. Thank you.
Hey, Jimmy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sounded great. You're doing a weekly streaming series on Saturdays, right? People can check out. You're doing a weekly.
Well, I'm taking a break right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but I will be going back to it.
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks to everybody out there for watching tonight's show. Tonight's Trading Fours, our 10th episode. We're here to share the joy of music, the joy of the blues with you. And if you'd like to show the musicians some love, please drop a tip in our tip jar, which you can see online. We appreciate your generosity sincerely. Tonight's show and all of our shows are available on the Chicago Blues Network's YouTube channel. So you can check all 10 out. There's some great shows online. Our next show, Thursday, October 1st, 6:45 p.m., featuring a great double bill with Brother John Katke and Mary Lane, winner of the Living Blues Award for Comeback Artist of the Year. Thanks again to Pastor Phil and the Firehouse Community Arts Center for the righteous and wonderful work that they're doing. And now we're going to close out the show featuring a little farewell jam featuring our wonderful artists tonight, Ann Harris, Dave Herrero, and Jimmy Burns. Thanks again. Stay safe, everybody.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I got my mojo working, but it just won't work on you. My mojo working, but it just won't work on you. I wanna love you so bad, don't know what to do. I'm going down in Louisiana, getting me a mojo hand. I'm going down in Louisiana, getting me a mojo hand. Gonna have all you women under my command. Got my mojo working.
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 Got my mojo working, but it just won't work on you. I got a gypsy woman giving me advice. I have an old gypsy woman giving me advice. I've got a whole lot of tricks to keep it here on ice. Got my mojo working.
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 Got my mojo working. Just won't work on you. Look out, Ann. And Harris, y'all. Look out, Dave. I'm going down in Louisiana, get me a mojo hand. I'm going down in Louisiana, get me a mojo hand. Gonna have all you pretty women right here under my command. I got my mojo working.
Got my mojo working.
I got my mojo working.
Got my mojo working.
Got my brrr working.
Got my mojo working.
Got my mojo working.
Got my mojo working.
Got my mojo working, buddy. Just want work on you.
Look out, Jimmy.
Thank you.
We want to thank everybody again who's tuning in either now or after the fact, because this will be airing again. It's an honor to be in a city with such a rich tradition, and we are so grateful that it's being featured in this wonderful series in such a great way. So please support the music. Please support the cause. The Firehouse is an amazing mission, doing incredible work, changing lives. And again, I can't even, this is a pinch me moment. I can't believe I'm a part of this great evening. Please, Mr. Jimmy Burns, please give it up for him again one more time. Mr. Jimmy Burns, a legend. Legend in the making, my musical partner here, Dave Herrero. Dave Spector, thank you so much for putting this all together, and we wish everyone peace. We wish you love. We wish you vibrant health. Be kind. Peace.